Houston, I want to introduce ourselves. Who are we, you all? Who are we? Black women. Look around. Look around. Who are we? Who are we? We are the descendants of many great black women, starting from the time, unfortunately, we had to load on the ships until now. I think it's very important to know who are we, because without us, there will be no America. We have literally built this place. Through our tears, through our strength, we have built this place. I wanted to have a conversation with one of the first women that was able to be a part of the march. And her name was the Dorothy Height. So I went and revisited some of the lessons that she would have said that we need to learn or be aware of today. And she said one of the things that we need to do is we need to actually be there. So often we ask people, how are they doing? And do we really wait to see how they really are doing? So she said, make sure that we are there. She also said that there's a significance about sisterhood. For all of those who are a part of a sisterhood today, raise your hand. Sisterhood, sisterhood. She said that is important because oftentimes we will keep going and going and going, and we use this thing called self-care, that oftentimes we go and go, but yet we don't do self-care. And so it's really, really important for us to know that we are a part of a social support system that will keep us going. But the other thing that I went to look back at, she talks about how we really need to be conscious. Not just conscious about women's rights, not just conscious about immigration rights, but conscious about rights for all humanity. And so oftentimes we're seeing a lot of these social inequalities individually. We don't see how they intersect. So oftentimes we'll pull from one cause and forget that these are causes around the world. And so then what they will do is wind up splitting the movement. And I think that's very important, that we have to become so aware of inequality that if it's not your day, keep living because your day is coming. And I think we oftentimes forget about that. So one thing is you have to be conscious. You have to be aware that inequality exists. Whether you see it or not, keep reading history. And unfortunately, we have seen that history repeats itself. But then also, we have to have a vision. We have to have a vision of liberation. We have to have a vision that we want a better world. We have to have a vision that this is third ward. Why not? Why should we not have Emancipation Park? If it was not for us, then what will we have? So we have to have a vision of something better, equality, and not just equality for women, not just equality for men, but equality for everyone, equality for humanity. And last, I'll say that we have to have a strategy. And realizing that strategy can be long-term and short-term, but this is part of strategy. And don't knock what someone can do. Some people are on social media, some people are walking, some people are organizing, some people are educating, but you have to find out who you are. I started off saying we have to know who you are, know what you can do. Love you very much. CVS, be conscious, be a visionary, and have strategy. Thank God for you and everyone, and I'm so glad that Texas Southern University can join us today.